Hello everybody, welcome to a test run here. I have used OBS or tested OBS a couple of times in Action PC Baseball using the interface of Fall Classic and Payoff Pitch. Now we're going to try it with the Strat-O-Matic PC game and try to see if I can present something that looks a little bit different than what I had been doing for my 87 replay. Just a one-time thing. I don't think this is going to stick or anything like that. Just an experiment. Just curious to see how it turns out. And we've got a game between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox from 2023. It's opening day 2023 here at Fenway. Orioles won this game real world 10-9. We've got excellent weather or good weather here at Fenway Park. Home runs are 1-20, so that everybody gets a home run singles are 1-20, so everybody gets a single at Fenway. Home runs 1-8 for lefties, 1-14 for righties. Kyle Gibson taking on Corey Kluber. So Kluber going to start things off for the Red Sox, and he'll be facing Cedric Mullins, center fielder. And this test game is underway. Hopefully the things I try to set up for the show to go along with the dice and the cards will show up as I intend. But of course, anything can happen. The best, they say about best laid plans. So there you go, 6-5. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. I really need a pen or something. I don't have my pen with me. I really need a pen as a pointer. I use my finger as a pointer, I guess. So it's going to be a fly ball on that 6-5 result. That is a fly ball to center field out there for Duvall. He'll make the catch, one away. And that'll take us to Adley Rutschman, catcher. 6-7, and that's a 1-4 triple. That's a 6. So Adley Rutschman will take himself a double to start things off for his season. This is not a season replay by any means, just a one-off, and just happened to pick this game for opening day, that's all. So Rutschman's at second with the double, one out. And here is Anthony Santander, the left fielder. 5-8, again a switch hitter batting left. Ground ball second base X, and that's going to be Arroyo. And courtesy of ID Jester, he sent me the PDFs where he condensed the fielding charts to something a little bit more tolerable and easier to find. So we're going to be looking for a 3E6 for Arroyo. 3 and a 15. So Arroyo, 3 and a 15 is a G1. That is a total of 14, and he is an E6 at second base. E6 second base. There's a 16 and 18, but no 14. But with the ground ball hit to the second base side, it will be where it'll advance the runner to third. So going to third is Rutschman, but now there are two away. And it's a clutch at bat for Ryan Mountcastle, the first baseman. In the clutch, he loses some hits here, 1-3 and 1-5. 3-9 is going to be a strikeout. Corey Kluber strikes him out, and that's going to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Orioles. We go to the bottom of the first, and Alex Verdugo will be your batter. Make sure I get these where they're not cut off. Alex Verdugo is your batter. Right fielder. 4-7, and that's a 1-14 single. That's a 9, so base hit for Alex Verdugo. He's not much on running, so he won't go anywhere. Here's Rafael Devers, third baseman. Havoc roll, nothing happening. 1-8 for Devers, that's a walk. And Gibson in trouble early. 2 on, nobody out. Boston trying to get something started here in the first. Remember, the Orioles won the game real world 10-9. So now we got Justin Turner. He is the designated hitter in this game. 110, and that's a single to right field. Hayes with the -2 arms, so I think with nobody out, they're just going to hold Verdugo at third. So bases are loaded, nobody out for the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. Infield looking for the double play to turn 2 if possible. 4-5, and that is a fly ball center field B. That'll be a sacrifice fly out to Cedric Mullins, but scoring is Verdugo, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Adam Duvall. He is in in center field for this game. Double play would get the Orioles out of the inning. 6-6, but to get a strikeout, that's almost as good, as Kyle Gibson gets the K there. And that'll bring up Tristan Casas, the first baseman. Tristan Casas, or Casas. Not sure how it's pronounced. It might be Casas. I think it's Casas. I think it's Tristan Casas. 4-3, he is a lefty, and that's a ballpark blast, and that's a 1 to 8 for lefties. That's a 6. It's gone, but he does have normal power. It's gone. A 3-run home run for Tristan Casas. No matter how you say it, it's a 3-run home run on the ballpark blast. 1 to 8 at Fenway, and that's a 6. So the Red Sox lead at 4-0, jumping all over Kyle Gibson. Here's Christian Arroyo. 1-8 for Arroyo. He's going to ground it to short for the last out of the inning. Came one out too late for Kyle Gibson, as it turns out. And after the end of 1, it is the Red Sox 4, Orioles nothing. But keep in mind, Corey Kluber is not the best pitcher in the world. So 4 runs for Corey Kluber doesn't really necessarily mean anything. Here's Gunnar Henderson. 4-6, and that's going to be a ballpark blast for Gunnar Henderson. 14, though, is going to be out of range, so only a 1 to 8 for lefties. So he will hit a deep fly to right field. Hauled out there by Verdugo, 1 away, but he just missed it. Here's Ramon Urias. 2-7, and he will ground it to short, where Kike Hernandez makes the play. 2 down. And that takes us to Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes. He is the right fielder in this game. 4-6, and that's a double 1 to 5, but that's a 10. So it is going to be a fly ball to center field. And Duvall will handle it. And that's going to do it for the Orioles. Bottom of the second we go. Still 4-0 in favor of the Red Sox. Reese McGuire, catcher, starts things off. 1-6, and he's going to strike out. 1 away for Kike Hernandez. I know they want to call him Enrique Hernandez, but he's Kike Hernandez to those that know and love him. 5-6, and that's a triple 1 to 5. That's a 14. He'll settle with a single. So Hernandez is on. Back to the top of the order for Alex Verdugo. Havoc roll here, nothing happening. 1-10, that's a ground ball second base A. That'll be a Giovanni's Tailor Shop tailor-made double play. Giovanni's Tailor Shop in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania, the unofficial sponsor of this channel, but the official sponsor of the tailor-made double play of the game. If you're in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania, be sure to check out Giovanni's Tailor Shop. They will take care of you. Tell them Demo sent you. They might give you a discount. So Kluber back out with a 4-0 lead to work with. Adam Frazier, your batter, second baseman. 3-7 for Frazier. He's going to fly it out to left field where Yoshida will haul it in. 1 away, and number 9 hitter Jorge Mateo, shortstop. 5-9, he is a right-hander. 5-9's a walk. Kluber will put him on with a walk, and he's going to try to get the lead. 2 through 6 or a 9, he can obtain the lead. Kluber's a 0 hold. The catcher McGuire's a 0 arm, so if he gets the lead, it's a 1 to 17. He gets the 7, he does not get the lead, so he will have to hold. Back to the top of the order, and Cedric Mullins. 1-8 from Mullins, and he's going to fly it to center. Duvall getting busy out there in center. 2 away. And that'll take us to Adley Rutschman. 3-5 for Rutschman. He grounds it to second. That'll be handled by Arroyo, and that's going to do it for the Orioles here in the bottom of the third. Or top of the third, rather. Go to the bottom of the third. It's still 4-0. Gibson back out. He'll face Devers to lead off. Rafael Devers. Devers walked his first chance. Make sure these things aren't getting crooked on me. I think they're okay now. Alrighty, Devers walked his first time up. See what he can do now. 1-7 for Devers. He grounds it to second base, where that'll be easily handled by Adam Frazier. 1 down for DH Justin Turner. 4-7, and that's going to be a base on balls. Turner no threat to run, so you don't have to worry about him running. And now Yoshida, the left fielder, steps to the plate. One 7, that's a fly to left field. Santander under it, 2 down. And that'll take us to center fielder Adam Duvall. Three-four for Duvall. He flies to center, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Red Sox here in the third. We played 3 complete at Fenway. It's still 4-0 Red Sox. And coming in to lead off for the Orioles will be Anthony Santander. Santander, the left fielder in this game. That's a 4-5. Switch hitter batting left-handed. That's a fly to left field, where Yoshida will take care of it. 1 away for Ryan Mountcastle. Struck out his first chance. 4-7. He just missed a home run chance. 4-7. It's going to be a fly out to right field. Hauled out there by Verdugo. 2 down. And Kluber pitching very well, surprisingly. Here's Gunnar Henderson. He is the designated hitter. 4-8, and that's a home run chance. 1-9. That's a 14, so he'll settle with a double. It's a 2-out double for Gunnar Henderson. He's aboard. In scoring position with 2 outs, a clutch situation now for Ramon Urias. And in the clutch, he gains a couple of hits, 1-7 and 2-5. He will gain his hits if he can find them. 5-4 instead. That's a ballpark blast. That might be just as good, but he has weak power against right-handed pitching. So it will not be, it would have been a home run because the 2 would have fit, but he has weak power, so instead of a home run, it's a single 2 stars. It will still score Gunnar Henderson, and the Orioles do get on the board, but it's not going to be a 2-run homer as he might have wanted. But the lead has been cut now to 3. It's a 4-1 game. And here's Austin Hayes. Hayes, the right fielder. 1-10, and he's going to ground it to short to end the inning as Kike Hernandez takes care of business. So the Orioles get a run, but they could have had possibly more, but just came up a little bit short. 4-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the Red Sox will be Tristan Casas, who had that big 3-run homer his first time up. I can't say that first name for whatever reason I'm getting tongue twisted on it. I don't know why. Tristan Casas. How about that? Is that how you say it? Tristan Casas. We'll go with that. We'll leave it at that. 4-5. He's a lefty, and that's a fly ball to center field. Cedric Mullins over to get it. 1 away. And that'll send up Christian Arroyo. 4-7 for Gibson. That's a walk. So Gibson now is 3rd walk of the game. to go with 2 strikeouts. Here's Reese McGuire. Left-handed catcher. 1-6, and he struck him out. 2 down, and that's going to send it over to Mr. Kike Hernandez. That was a 17. I know when it gets up high like that, you can't see it, so I'll bring it down. 1-9, and that's going to be a strikeout. Hopefully you can see the strikeout there. And that'll end the inning. So Gibson appears to have settled down, but maybe too little too late. Go to the 5th. It is 4-1 Red Sox. The 5th inning is the fatigue inning for Corey Kluber, so we'll keep an eye on that. Adam Frazier is your leadoff man. And of course the computer will tell us when he's tired. 1-4, ground ball to third, so I won't have to worry about trying to calculate anything. I'm just going to depend on the Strat-O-Matic computer to let me know. So Frazier grounds out, and that'll bring up Jorge Mateo. 2-8 for Mateo, and that's a strikeout. 2 down for top of the order in Cedric Mullins. I will say one thing about these 23 cards. They are very sturdy compared to other Strat cards. So the paperweight was definitely better in this. I don't know what it is for this year's 25 set, but I can tell you, you compare this to the 1976 set, it's night and day. I almost thought I had 2 cards together when I picked up Cedric Mullins. It was his own card, but it felt so thick to me that it felt like 2 cards. That's how much better the Strat 23 set is. So Mullins will swing it away. 3-3, and that's a ballpark blast. And that's a 6. It's a 1-8 for a home run. That's gone for Cedric Mullins. Home run, Cedric Mullins cuts the lead to 4-2. 3-3 is a ballpark blast, and it's a for lefties, it's a 1-8, and that's a 6. So Cedric Mullins has normal power. He hit 15 home runs during the regular season. So with those 15 home runs, he definitely had normal power. So here's Adley Rutschman. 2-7 for Rutschman. He'll get a base hit. So now Kluber on the verge of being fatigued if he gives up another base runner this inning. Here comes Santander. He is now the tying run at the plate. 4-8, and against that's going to be an in-home run chance. 1-9. That's a 17. It'll be a double. Now, do they want to try to score? The double's assumed to go to center. Duvall is a -1 arm. Rutschman only runs at a 12, so 12 not being held is a 13. 2 outs is a 15. -1 is a 14. They're going to send him 1-14. They will send him 1-14. Here comes the throw, and he's in there. So it's an RBI double for Santander, and since Santander doesn't run, he runs at 12 or less, he does not take the extra base. He stays at second. That's my rule. Got to be 13 or higher to advance. It's now a 4-3 game. For some reason, the computer did not give me that Kluber is tired. He should be, in my opinion, but we'll see what happens here against Mountcastle. 2-6 for Mountcastle, struck him out, and that'll end the inning. That might be all for Kluber anyway. We'll have to wait and see. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Orioles right back in this thing. Remember, they won the game real world 10-9, so it's a long way to go for that. Still got a half the game to go. Here's Verdugo. 4-6, and that's a strikeout for Gibson. He is not tired yet, so that dot does not affect him. Here's Rafael Devers. 6-6, and that's going to be another strikeout for Gibson. Maybe he's getting pumped up by getting the run support. Here's Justin Turner, designated hitter. That's a 3-7, and that's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out the side. How do you like that? He struck out the side, and we go to the 6th with the score still 4-3 in favor of Boston. Now Boston might be going to their bullpen. They got a lot of bullpen arms. Both teams do. So a lot of guys in the bullpen they can turn to. I'll show them real quick. There's only one lefty though. That's kind of weird. The only lefty I see is Richard Blyer. He's the only lefty I see out of the bullpen. They got Richard Blyer. They have Cutter Crawford, Kenley Jansen, who's their closer, Chris Martin, Caleb Ort, John Schreiber, Ryan Brazier, and Josh Winkowski. So all of those guys are in the bullpen. So I think they will go to a fresh arm here. Henderson's a lefty coming up, but they got righties after that. So I think the Red Sox are going to go to Ryan Brazier. And most of these relief pitchers are one-inning guys, so they're looking to go one inning, and that's about it. So Ryan Brazier, look at his numbers. Well, you see it on the computer. I'll show it on the card too. What the heck? 3-0, 3.02 ERA, and 2 saves. But it'll show on the computer as well. So we'll go to the bullpen for the Red Sox and bring in Mr. Brazier. Ryan Brazier. So Brazier is on, and he will be facing Gunnar Henderson. Top of the 6th, 4-3 Red Sox. That's a 5-8 left-handed ground ball, second base X. We'll go back to our X charts. Arroyo's a 3 E6. 3 and a 6 should be okay, you would think. It is. G3, pounds irrelevant, nobody on base. But that's a 17, that could be problems. E6 and a 17 for a second baseman. E6, nope, the 16 and 18 are errors, but not a 17. So amazingly, Arroyo does make the play on a tough hop. One away, and that'll take us to Urias. 1-6, and he strikes out. Two down for Austin Hayes. That's a 4-7, and that's a strikeout for Brazier right there. So a nice 6th inning for Ryan Brazier. That'll be all for him. Like I said, most of these pitchers are one-inning type pitchers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Due up for the Red Sox. They got a couple lefties coming up. So I'm thinking they're going to go ahead and max. Well, Gibson's fatigue is a 6, so I guess we'll start him out and see how he does. Because he has, since that first inning, he has turned things around for sure. So they'll give him an opportunity. 1-8, and that's a 1-16 single. That's a 20, so he got a break there. Line out to the second baseman, Adam Frazier, one away. Gibson got a pleasant D20 to his liking. That certainly helped him out. Adam Duvall, center fielder, is up. 3-11, and that's a ground ball to short. Of course, when I see Adam Duvall, I think of the actor Robert Duvall, who recently passed away. Very good actor. Liked a lot of his movies. Here's Tristan Casas. 6-9, and that's a ground ball to second, right back to Frazier. And so we're going to cap Gibson at 6 innings. He's going to go 6 innings. Still 4-3, and now we need a new pitcher for the Red Sox. Due up for the Orioles, Frazier, Mateo, and Mullins, a couple of lefties. So they will go to a lefty out of the bullpen. They will go to their one and only lefty out of the bullpen. And that is Mr. Richard Blyer. 1-0, 5.28 ERA, no save. So Richard Blyer, the only lefty they have. And he's in there to face 2 out of 3 lefties, Frazier, Mateo, and Mullins. That's a 3-7, and that's a ground ball right back to Blyer. One away. So an offensive explosion in the first. Since then, it's been kind of, pitchers have been starting to do a little bit better. The Orioles have been clawing their way back. That's a 3-10 for Mateo, and that's a ground ball to short. 2 down, and now it's back to Cedric Mullins, leadoff man. That's a 3-4, and that's a pop-up to third. Devers has it, and that will end the inning. So now, 7th inning stretch time. And the Orioles will need a new pitcher. Of course, the Red Sox, Blyer, that's his 1 inning, so he's done. So let's see who the Orioles have in their bullpen. They have a couple of lefties. They have Keegan Aiken. They have Daniel Colombe, I guess is how it's pronounced. Cionel Perez, those are the lefties. Austin Voth is a righty. Brian Baker, a righty. Mike Baumann, a righty. And their closer, Felix Bautista, a righty. So coming up for the Red Sox is Arroyo, McGuire, and Hernandez. 2 out of 3 are right-handed. So they will go to a righty out of the bullpen. They will go with Brian Baker. So Brian Baker will be coming into the ball game for the Orioles. Gibson's going to go 6 innings, but he'll be on the losing end unless his team can find some runs to tie this game. But instead, Brian Baker is on. He has a Trenton Thunder jersey on. That's the way the picture came up in the file that I was able to download a while back, so they don't have one of him on the Orioles for some reason, but whatever, doesn't matter. Here's Christian Arroyo. 2-6 for Arroyo. That's a solid double. That does matter. Solid double for Arroyo. That'll send up Reese McGuire. Red Sox looking for some insurance. 1-9, and that's a strikeout plus injury. So we're going to check for injury. And again, the way we do that, and it's game-only injury, but still it's an injury chance nonetheless. But the way I do that is I use this part right here. A 1 to 6, he can stay in the game. 7 or higher, he's got to come out. He's got to come out. So we need a new catcher for the Red Sox. So McGuire is injured. And at the end of the inning, we'll have to get another catcher. So 2 outs, and here's Kike Hernandez. That's a 2. And we're looking at a balk chance on Baker, which is a 0. Nice to have those things actually on the cards. So Baker pitching to Hernandez, 5-8, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just the second out, my bad. Second out of the inning. And that sends us to Alex Verdugo. Lefty-lefty matchup. I wonder if they're going to, you know what? They're going to go to the bullpen, or the Orioles. They will go get Keegan Aiken out of the bullpen. Or do they want Keegan Aiken? Maybe they'll go to somebody else. They might go to Cionel Perez. Or Cionel Perez, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, they're going to Perez. The lefty Perez will come in and face the lefty Verdugo. They're playing matchups here at this point in the game. So Perez is in. See if he's in an Oriole jersey or not. Oh, yes, he is. Thank you. All right, so Verdugo is up in the clutch, and against left-handers in the clutch, he loses 1 hit on 2-7. Arroyo still at second with 2 outs. 6-7, and that's a ground ball second base X. We're looking at Frazier. He's a 4E8. 4 and a 14, he should get that. 4 and a 14 is a G2. That's a 9, and he's an E8. E8, no 9, so good play for Frazier, and that'll end the inning. So we go to the 8th, and we'll need a new catcher as McGuire got hurt, so the Red Sox will make a bench move to their backup catcher. And that is Connor Wong. So Connor Wong will be your new catcher for the Red Sox, as McGuire, due to the injury, is out of there. Connor Wong. All right, so Perez did his job, but he only faced 1 batter, so he can come back again. Pitch some more if he likes, I guess. Red Sox will need a new pitcher, as they don't want the lefty Blyer to go more than he has to. A couple of switch hitters are coming up, so it really doesn't matter where they go at this point. If you are the Red Sox, probably just go with the best, what you think is the best that you have. And let's see here. They're going to Chris Martin. He certainly had a good year, 4-1 and a 1.05 ERA and 3 saves. So they're going to use him as a setup man for Kenley Jansen. 4-3 game. Chris Martin in to pitch for the Red Sox. Facing Rutschman. 2-6 for Rutschman. That's a solid single. Rutschman's aboard. Here's Anthony Santander. For 6, and that's going to be a double. 1-15, 2-star double. All of a sudden, second and third, nobody out. Boy, Chris Martin having some issues. Orioles have the tying run at third. Go-ahead run is at second. Nobody out for Ryan Mountcastle. They're going to play back. They can't afford to give up a C&I single to bring in 2 runs. They're going to have to try to get an out here. That is a 1-8, and that's going to be a home run 1-2, but it'll be a fly ball, right field B for a sacrifice fly, and that will tie the ball game. Sacrifice fly off the bat of Mountcastle has tied the game at 4. Takes the win away from Corey Kluber, and it gets Gibson off the hook. So now runner at second, 1 out for Gunnar Henderson. 6-11, fly ball right field X. We're looking at Verdugo. He's a 2E4. 2E4, and that's a 7. He should get to that, you would think. You would hope he would. We'll verify it just to be on the safe side. 2 and a 7 is an F2. And that's a 5. It's a rare play on a F2. So the rare play F2, the outfielder catches the fly ball for an out. If there's a runner on third, tags up and scores, the play is appealed, but there's no runner on third, so there's no out on an appeal play. It's just simply going to be a fly to center. 2 down, and that will take us to Urias, depending on how you want to pronounce it or how he pronounces it. That I don't know. 3-6, and that's a single, 1-14, but it's only a 1-star single. It'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Austin Hayes the batter. That's a 6-12, and that's a fly ball to left, and that'll end the inning. But the Orioles do tie it. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it is now 4-4, and Perez, who only faced 1 batter, will be right back out there. And he will be facing Devers, the lefty, to lead off the bottom of the 8th, tied now at 4. 1-10 for Devers. He's going to foul it out to Rutschman. 1 down for Justin Turner, the designated hitter. 4-7, that's a walk. Walks can be dangerous. Don't know if they want to run. They may run for us. He was left on the bench. They've got Yu Chang on the bench. They got Rob Refsnyder and Rafael Tapia, who would later go to Tampa Bay. Turner is the DH, so they can use pretty much anybody. So they're going to have Tapia pinch run for Turner. He will pinch run, which means he is a threat to steal. And with Perez's +9, that makes it almost inevitable that he's going to steal. So right now they go to the bench, bring in the swift running Tapia. That'll leave Chang and Refsnyder as the only remaining bench players. But now to get the lead, he needs a 2-5 or a 12. Gets a 10, he does not get the lead. There is a +5 hold. 13 minus the 4 would be a 9. It'd be a 1-14 if he tries to steal without a jump. So I think they're just going to hold him there. Mr. Tapia. Oh, wait a minute, I put him in too soon. I didn't give what Turner did. Oh, you know what? I brought in Tapia incorrectly. That's what I did. I put him in the wrong spot. I put him as a pinch hitter instead of a pinch runner. How did I manage to do that? Good thing is The undo button is a wonderful device. Turner, I think, singled. I'm trying to remember what he did. I think he singled. That's what not having the score sheet, or actually it might have been a walk. I think it was a walk, actually. Either way, he's on base, and we get a pinch runner, not a pinch hitter. So Tapia will pinch run for Turner. He's not going to hit for Yoshida. He's going to pinch run for Turner. All right, now we got it straight. We've already tried for the lead. He didn't get it, so he's going to stand pat. Sorry about the confusion. Here's Yoshida. Lefty, lefty, 6-5. Ground ball shortstop X. They are holding him on. So the shortstop Mateo will now be a 3E19. 3 and a 17. He'll get to that, though, and should be a double play chance, you would think. 3 and a 17 is a G1. That is a total of 14. He's an E19 at short. E19, there's a 14 right there, and that's a one-base error. Boy, talk about a bad time to make an error. It's never a good time to make an error, but that one's really critical. Here late in the game, that puts 2 runners on. Should have been a double play to get out of the inning, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. And now here's Duvall. You can't blame Perez. I mean, he got the pitch he wanted, but just the defense let him down. Here's Duvall. That's a 4-9, and that's a single 2 stars. That'll put the Red Sox in the lead. And now it looks like Perez may be falling apart after that failed double play that should have got him out of the inning. Here's Tristan Casas. With 1 out, they're playing the infield in. That's a 1-9, struck him out. That was a big strikeout to get. 2 down, Christian Arroyo, the batter. And I think the Orioles are going to the pen for a right-hander. And we'll see who they want to turn to. Looks like they will go to Mike Baumann. He was 10-1, 3.76 ERA in the real season. So Mike Baumann is going to come on and face Arroyo and try to get out of the mess. Try to keep it a one-run game. So the Orioles to the bullpen. Brandon Hyde going to get Baumann. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. It's a clutch situation for Arroyo. Infield, of course, back to normal. He gains a hit on 3-7. That's his only difference in the clutch. 112, ground ball to third. That'll end the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Orioles, 5-4 Red Sox. They're going to have to do it against the closer, Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen making his way in from the bullpen. 3-6, 3.63 ERA and 29 saves. Kenley Jansen. So Jansen it is. He is on to face Adam Frazier, Jorge Mateo, and Cedric Mullins. There's not a whole lot on the Oriole bench. They could pinch hit with Ryan McKenna, maybe. He's a 254 hitter. So we'll see. Here is Adam Frazier. That's a 3-6 for Frazier. Pops him up to short. 1 away. And let's see who they have on the bench for the Orioles. There's 4 guys on their bench. I only have a card for 1 of them. Ryan McKenna is the only guy I have carded. They also have Anthony Benboom, a backup catcher. He's not very good. Kyle Stowers, he's even worse. And some guy named Vavra, who is not good at all either. So they're going to have Ryan McKenna. He's going to hit for Mateo. Ryan McKenna, 254 hitter. He will pinch hit for Mateo. He's at least slightly better than what Mateo is. So McKenna will pinch hit. And if it goes to the bottom of the 9th, we'll figure out who's going to play short. There'll be somebody non-carded. Here's McKenna. 4-8, and that's a double. Solid double for off Kenley Jansen by McKenna. How about that? A 4-8 is a double. McKenna will reach. He is the tying run, and here's Cedric Mullins, top of the order. That's a 1-2, and it's a foul out right to Wong. 2 down, and it's the last chance for the Orioles. It's Adley Rutschman. He is the last hurrah. Or else the Red Sox will put a W in the win column. Put one in the win column on opening day. 4-6. Struck him out, and that's the ball game. Struck him out 4-6. Ball game is over. Red Sox will win it by the final score. Final score. And let me do this. Let me add another window capture here so we can get the box score. So hopefully that's showing up okay. See if I can make it bigger. Perhaps, maybe I can't. Let's see what I can do with this. That's the best I can do with it, I guess. There's your box score. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Birds. Actually, the Beantowners beating the Birds. You can see I didn't update my computer on this, as they have those standard factory sealed names that they have. Chris Martin gets the win. He blew the save, but gets the win. Perez takes the tough luck loss, and Kenley Jansen gets the save. So hopefully that turned out okay. I have no idea if it did or not. I'm hoping that it did. But that's going to do it from here, from Fenway Park in Boston. It is the Red Sox 5, the Orioles 4. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Strat-O-Matic in a different way. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.